Okay, hello, internet world. This is Norma Joe. It's really hot in here, and I closed the window so nobody outside can hear me reading. So, it's gonna be really hot. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just crack the window a little bit. If I just crack, the cats like immediately jump to the window. They're like, "Oh my god!" Or at least one cat did. I don't think one crack is gonna matter, right? One crack isn't gonna matter. Anyways, so time to do some more Zombie Fest, man. Let's do it. Alright, where were I? Rick. Yeah, I'd love to and all, but it is my family. Suddenly a little light bulb flickers dimly above his head. He reaches up and taps it. Rick. Hey, wait. Where do you guys say you were going again? Meanwhile. Cut back to Shane and Daryl, about to go on and dance in the pit. But for the moment being, they're off in some little backstage area. Just a little area behind a black curtain. They're dressed in shorts and low-cut sleeveless shirts and boots. Boots are sexy. Daryl is in all black, while Shane is in a highway patrol tan. Behind the curtain, they hear the crowd making noise and getting hyped up. Shane is sweating and shaking and sweating balls, 2 licks from a nervous breakdown. Shane, I can't do this, man, I can't do it. Daryl, the fuck you mean you can't? Shane, I can't go and dance out. Wait, where was I? I can't go and dance out there. I can't even dance. Not in front of all those people. They're gonna give me the thumbs down and feed me to dead walkers. I'm done for. Daryl. Yeah, well, if you don't go out there, they'll kill you for sure. So you don't got much to lose. Shane, I know. I don't know what to frickin' do. Freaking out. I don't know what to do. Daryl grabs him and slaps the spit out of his mouth like a 40s dame in a sexist old movie. That dates this because I would never do that nowadays. Back then. So it kind of reminds me of this quote from, all the complaining I do about these cop shows and then I put in something like this. Isn't that some shit? But after writing King Farm, you know, I feel like what even matters. But anyways, it reminds me of this quote from fucking Lana Del Rey, who I hate. I like her music, but I hate her persona, and I hate everything she stands for, and I hate everything she thinks is cool. She's a fucking bitch. She just, I wish I could give her the snap and make her non-existent. But I do like her tunes, but I don't believe that she writes them. But anyways, she had some quote or something where somebody was asking her, rightly so, if she thinks that, like, she promotes sexism and shit, which she does. But her response is kind of interesting, because she was like, because they were asking her about how she feels about it in, like, the era of Trump, which is now over, but, you know, whatever. But, she was all like, before him, when we had Obama, like, she's like, I feel like people were more comfortable, and it was more, like, basically to an effect, she didn't say it in these words, but basically what she said was that, like, well, I felt like, enough women were already seen as equal, like, people were pretty used to the idea of women being equal, so if I make myself into a sexist trope, and I say, like, yes, I like being strangled, and I like being, like, made to be like a bitch, and have to eat off the floor, and pee on myself, and be kept in a cage, and be raped and shit, then who cares, because it's just me, like, most women are seen as equal, so, I have the freedom to do that, because, like, we live in a good enough society to where I can be bad. But then she's like, well, after Trump, I don't know, like, maybe it's not that great, like, maybe we don't have that level of comfort anymore. So that's how I feel kind of about this. It's like, apparently, 2014, because there's more shit in here like this that's a little fucked up, but it's more just me, like, dipping my toe in the fucked upness. It's more just like, oh haha, like, I really hate this shit when it goes on in TV and movies when they take it seriously, but I'm not taking it seriously. I'm kind of, like, parodying it, but parodying it in a way to where I'm doing the same shit as what they do, so it's kind of almost like, I don't know. Ask a 24-year-old. Where was I? Shane, wow, he says, in response to all that I just said. Daryl, that wasn't for you, that was for me. What? Oh, okay. So, I like that too, because he's, like, people say, like, oh, I'm doing this for your own good, which I fucking hate. I fucking hate. Everybody who says that should just meet the same fate as Lana Del Rey. But, in my world, I hate that I think that might be one of the things I hate most in the whole universe. One of them. I'm not saying it's number one, but, you know. Anyways, um, like, that's why it's like a parody, kind of. Like, it's like, instead of him saying, like, you know, people say that stupid fucking bullshit that I hate, where it's like, oh, this is hurts me more than it hurts you, as they're like torturing somebody or some shit, or maybe not torturing, but just slapping the shit out of them or something. But and they asking like they're doing it for their own good, but Daryl is explicitly saying like, no, I just wanted to slap you, like it's not for your good at all, because like I'm just doing it for my pleasure, you know. So yeah. Anyways, where was I? Okay, Daryl, that wasn't for you, that was for me. But hey, listen up, asshole. Here, let me try to do a little southern accent for him. I really should be doing it for all of them, but okay, whatever. Let me give you a little insight. Those people out there, they ain't shit. They ain't nothing but a bunch of sick, sad losers who can't even make it through the day without something to make them forget all their problems. They need us. We don't need them. Some sappy, inspirational speech music starts playing in the background. Oh, I used to love doing this. Like, the fake, like, speech, you know? The fake, like, you know what I mean. Daryl, when they see us out there performing in front of them, they get a little rush inside, because they wish they could do what we do. Shane, all moved. Really? Daryl, yes, really. I was a stripper for years. I've been dealing with bastards like this my whole life. They're sitting up there all drunk and safe. We're the real tough guys. We're the ones with our ass on the line. Now let's go out there and show these pigs what we're made of. Shane, yeah! He and Daryl run out from behind the curtain and into the pit, all hyped up, as the crowd turns up and cheers for them. Industrial rock is booming in the background. A big industrial-sized fan casts shadows on them. Yeah, everything is industrial, man. The two of them find themselves on a crisscross lattice of narrow boards, above a big hole filled with zombies. Zombies milling around below, looking upwards, just waiting for food to drop. I need to draw that. But yeah, basically, you got all that, right? They're dancing above, like, a pit. But the pit has, like, a manhole cover, like a grated manhole cover on top of it. So, no, wait, it's worse than that. It's, like, a grated manhole cover, but the holes are big enough to fall through. It's kind of like you know, some kind of death pit or something. Anyways, you just see what I'm saying. Okay, Shane. Oh, sweet Jesus. Daryl. Jesus ain't so sweet. If he was, he wouldn't have died a 33-year-old virgin. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's dance. Daryl and Shane do the only thing they can. They start moving and shaking and dance, dance, dance the night away on top of those thin boards as the crowd goes wild. Okay, I take it back. It's not like a grated manhole cover. It's like, there's literally just a pit with the zombies in it, and on it are like some 2x4s. But like, more like, not 2x4s because they're longer, you know? It's kind of like the balance beam. You know the balance beam from gymnastics? It's like a bunch of those, like, just across, like, crisscross pattern, but you still have to balance because you could fall into the pit. You know what I'm saying. Alright, where was I? And what song? There was a song, like a Rob Zombie song, that I always imagined to be playing during this part. It was, even though Rob Zombie's not really what you call industrial, but it's because I wrote that first and then later I thought of the song. But what song? It's that song where it's like, I can't remember the name of it now. No, don't do that, boy. He almost shut off my camera. What is the name of that song? It's not, it's not Living Dead Girl. What is it? Dead Girl Superstar, I think? Something like that. Anyways, whatever. Okay, where was I? I better hurry up and stop with the little stories. Okay, cut back to Penny and Carl. At last, after a long kissy session, they pull apart from each other. Carl, I feel funny. Cut again. Oh, that was a real quick cut. Cut again. Now we're... Because it's like, it's kind of supposed to be like... It's almost kind of like the... It's supposed to be almost like the mansion is like rotating, and you... Not literally, but like, the view that you see, it's almost kind of like you go from room to room to see how everyone's doing, you know? Okay, cut again. Now we're with the governor, Judd, and Glenn. Oh, this is a good part. All driving in a convertible down a long, empty stretch of highway. They're all dressed up for fancy party time. Glenn is dressed up like a sexy Korean flag. Use your imagination for that one. I imagined it to be like, remember those shirts that were really popular where basically it's just like a big rectangle, like it's just like literally just a big rectangle like this, and there's like a neck hole right here. But when you wear it, especially if you're kind of skinny, even if you're fat, it doesn't matter actually who you are, but like it just like because it's nothing but a big rectangle, it just like drapes on you, you know? I think that's kind of what I had in mind. Maybe like a shirt like that, but with the Korean flag like on the front, you know? I don't know, whatever. Where was I? Okay, and Judd has on a kind of typical redneck, I'm gonna try and pick up some ass at the barn burner tonight outfit. So maybe like a tweed jacket or something and like a tie. The governor has the radio on as they cruise along, wind blowing through their hair. And I'll give you 3 fucking guesses who's on the radio. JJ. Hey, hey, hey there, friends and lovers of friends. I know some of you singles out there are out there getting frisky on this warm night. Even I got this good old Linda Carter calendar keeping me company. Yowza. Yes, yes, this girl loves the snow when the night is warm, if you get my drift. What? The governor turns off the radio. The gov. I can only take so much of that jockey. It's so funny because obviously this is like way before quarantine, but like, it still has to do with like being kept inside and like people in the media, like on the internet, radio, and everything, you know, TV and everything, trying to connect to people that are indoors, you know. Anyways, I guess that's the nature of all zombie things. Okay, he looks back at the guys in the back seat through the rearview mirror. The gov, how you boys doing back there? Glenn, good. So we're gonna go see your friend, huh? The governor, oh, Aquaman is not my friend. Our relationship is purely one of business. Judd, ooh, business. The gov, yes. Men of our stature must make sure we have certain understandings with each other. As they drive up the road, they catch sight in the distance of a cityscape full of tall buildings, illuminated lavishly with bright blue and green lights against the dark of nighttime. As they get closer, they see a bunch of flashy neon signs, also lighting up the streets. Everything shows fish, dolphins, octopuses, or some sort of aquatic-themed thing. On one of the tall buildings, there's a big neon sign of a mermaid flipping her tail back and forth, and some of those cartoon pink sea monkeys swimming around. Oh, I love those things. They're so nostalgic. I don't know why they call them sea monkeys, but then again, why do they call tardigrades like water piglets and moss bears and space bears, shit like that. Okay, Glenn and Judd. Whoa. The gov smiles slightly. Impressive, isn't it? Aquaman always does have a flair for fashion. They drive up to the front of a big, dazzling casino/hotel, all dressed up in lights. A small gathering of people are standing outside to greet them. Everyone is black. Oh, everyone is black. I thought I said everyone is dressed in black, but no, everyone's black, like, literally. And dressed up to the tens, like they're going to a big New Year's Eve party later. They also have the nautical theme going too. Like one lady has seashells on her big ass afro and a dress that kind of looks like a sexy fishing net. And another guy has on an all glittery pirate outfit. Judd, damn, I ain't seen so many sparkles since the last time I got into my daddy's moonshine. Just then, the man himself appears. He's tall and elegant, with a super souped-up outfit, which I'll leave to your imagination because words cannot describe it. His followers frame him and present him like Vanna White. That's the second time Vanna White was invoked. Singing scales of his arrival. Followers in song. Here he is. You know what else is funny is that this is also way before I saw Escape from New York, but I feel like this guy's kind of like the Duke, you know, but just more flashy, you know, because, you know, in that movie, they only had so much because they were really in, like, an apocalyptic type of situation, but still, he had chandeliers on his car and all that stuff, you know, so they did what they could, but I kind of feel like this guy has the same energy, like, as the Duke, you know, but still, like I said, this was written, like, 7 or 8 years ago, whereas I only saw that movie 2 years ago for the first time, so, you know. Anyways. Okay, where was I? Aquaman. Thank you. I am humbled. Welcome, friends. I am Aquaman. Welcome to my kingdom of Atlantis. Glenn and Judd stare, half awestruck by all his glory, half like, is this motherfucker serious right now? Glenn to himself. Oh, I get it now. Haha, that's pretty good. Glenn. The governor and Aquaman walk up to each other and embrace, and kiss each other on the cheeks in ceremonial greeting. Aquaman steps back and cups the governor's face, another thing I hate, gently in his hand as if they're dating or something, which the gov is obligated to tolerate because he's the visitor to these lands. So I guess he's kind of like being tested, like, oh, can you handle it if I grab your face and be hella disrespectful to you, basically? But, you know how some people are shady like that. Aquaman. I said it before and I'll say it again. Oh, I gotta do the deep voice for him. I said it before and I'll say it again. You've got the prettiest eyes I've seen this side of the Mississippi. The governor. Come on. I'm sure an upstanding gentleman like yourself has much better things to do than flatter an old dog like me. They laugh and banter, while Judd and Glenn just stand awkwardly in the background. Glenn. It's like walking in on my parents doing it. Judd. Doing what? Glenn. Sweet talking. Judd and Glenn is kind of hard to say fast. Bleh. Suddenly they hear rustling behind them. They turn around quickly, worried they'll see zombies coming out to attack, but all they see is a fenced-off vacant lot. A loose board tilts open in the fence, and a hand reaches out and beckons to them. Judd and Glenn... Oh, okay, I guess it's like a wooden fence. I was imagining like a wire fence, because, that's usually what you see, but this is like, I guess more like 1950 style or whatever. A hand reaches out and beckons to them. Judd and Glenn glance at each other like, should we? They look back at Aquaman and the governor, still canoodling, and they figure they have time. They quickly hurry over to the fence. A woman's voice with a thick Caribbean accent comes from the other side of the fence. Oh god. Just, cancel me now. Well, I've already been canceled so many times for this. For this show. If anybody would have seen it or heard it, so who cares? I'll do her little Caribbean accent. Let me tell you who she's supposed to be. She is supposed to be, and I got this from one of the people in college who dressed like her for Halloween. And yes, she was a black girl, so not that it would matter if she wasn't, but she was a black girl. So there's that. But she dressed like, the chick that's in Pirates of the Caribbean, like the witchy woman, I don't know what you call her, like the voodoo magic priestess lady, or whatever. It's supposed to be her, and the reason she's in this is because apparently, I didn't know, but the girl in my class who I'm talking about, who dressed like her, said that she's the same actress who plays the girl in, 28 Days Later. That's, like, Cillian Murphy's, partner, or whatever. So, that's the only reason why she's in this, but I like her a lot, and she made it to the sequel. So, she's one of those characters that kind of, like, was only gonna be there for a second, but she was so charismatic, she, like, she boosted herself, basically, to have more screen time or whatever. So, anyways. That's good. Okay, where was I? Okay. A woman's voice with a thick Caribbean accent comes from the other side of the fence. Woman's voice. Let me see. Too pretty boy, A dark-skinned, slinky lady with a mop of dreadlocks and black lipstick comes slinking out from under the loose board in the fence, like a cat. Lady. Your boy's not from around here, huh? You haven't come from Cadbury. Glenn and Judd glance at each other. Then they look back at her, nodding. Glenn and Judd. Yeah, we did. Lady. She stands up and creeps around them in a circle all mysteriously. And I wish I knew more about, like, the grammar of, like, the Caribbean islands. I'm sure each one is different, and shit, which is why this sounds so fucking butchered. Like, maybe I should go listen to some more John McWhorter or something. Yeah, I don't know where she's supposed to be. I don't know if she's supposed to be Jamaican. I mean, she doesn't really sound Jamaican, but she could be. Maybe, but she's not dark enough to be Haitian. Maybe I shouldn't say that, I don't know. I don't know, there's so many islands, man. Isn't there, like, Trinidad and, Dominican Republic, obviously. Maybe she could even be Puerto Rican, you know? Anyways, it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. It's just interesting to me. I'm like, I wish I knew more about, like, because it's more than just an accent. It's, like, the way the words are structured. And it's not like, oh, I'm making fun of, like, not that I have to defend shit, but it's just, like, it's not, like, making fun of the language. It's, like, people literally structure the sentence a little differently. Just kind of, like, just same as in England and stuff like that, you know? It's just a little different, like, the way the words are. Anyways, whatever. Where was I? Let me go back to the previous page. I'm installing too many times. Oh shit, it's 20 minutes.